kind of a harder one to argue, like what you said about Bill. He did take that bill, but there were a lot of different cases that I was seeing that were like laid down about would not allow.
Hey, if y'all can hear me, give me a one. Give me a 1, 2. If y'all can hear me in the chat. If y'all can hear me in the chat, give me a
Yeah,
one,
y'all
two.
can hear me.
Oh, I can hear myself.
Um, yeah.
Make sure that you thumb up the video. Make sure you thumb up the video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Looking forward to giving y'all a real good interview. Am I hearing this? All right, appreciate that. Looking forward to a real good video. Let me put myself in the screen so y'all know it's me here. Hey, that's me right there. Hey, what y'all looking at right here is this is nothing but goods. This is Goodz website here. That's the brother that I'll be bringing on, battle rapper, but he's also a businessman. I think he's a little bit more than a battle rapper. I think he would tell you himself once we get him in here. So I just wanted to show y'all his website. His website here, you have shop, you have the slick talk. That's his mantra, so to speak. Slick talk. If you know anything about goods, he was always about that slick talk, fashion, getting money, etc., like that. We're gonna get into that. So I wanted to showcase the brother's website. So if you look on his website, you'll see he actually sells cologne sprays. Right now, his new one is Aura for men and Aura for women. I actually like the way his the setup for his website is. He's gonna make me put the notes in here. He gonna put the notes on the site. Cause the one thing I don't do is I don't put the notes on the site. So he got the notes on the site, got a good write up here. So if y'all want to support the brother, you can support him here. He also has other things besides the cologne. He has hats, which you see the slick walk or slick talk hats here. You see the shirts that he has. I'm sorry. You have the hoodie set, the front and back set that he has. He has a jacket, leather jackets as well. And he has the sneakers. The sneakers look real comfortable. Sneakers are comfortable. You check them out. I love supporting black business. So you just want to make sure you support the brother. So I wanted to showcase his channel or his website rather. So y'all can go ahead and support the brother by purchasing his merchandise. All right. So I'm gonna put myself back on mute. I should have him on in a few. Just waiting for him to hit me up. Yeah, I know normally I would probably talk a lot of trash, but I'm trying to keep this just the goods interview, and so we'll see. So I just wanted to showcase his website. So we're gonna go through all the pages here, and I may show him again while we're doing the interview. Oh, you see the bucket hats. Now, only thing about the bucket hats, I'm about to tell you. Only thing about the bucket hats, right? My head is so damn big. I know none of these gonna fit my head. My head, like I think my hats are like a 2XL. I got a extremely big head, so it just doesn't fit. But I may buy it anyway, man. Maybe give it to somebody else to cop. So yeah, I see the other items that he have. I had to go past real fast for that sleek Misha one. I don't know if I could put that slick Misha one on, on the screen. But y'all see these hoodies? Y'all see that these are the items that he has on his website. So he has 4 pages of information, excuse me, of items of merchandise that you can cop. You got the slick leather zip up jackets here. Um, and you got different color. Even got colors for the ladies. You see, you got the pink color here for the ladies if y'all want to get y'all a jacket also. And I think on the last page, you got another pair of his slick talk, different color. You see, you had the grays on the other one. You got this one over here. Just the tricolor slick walk sneaker. And they on sale. They was 189 and they on sale for 79. So if y'all want, you got the blue ones here. I like these blue ones. I like the color on them blue ones. So if you want to support the brother, those on sale too. All right. So I'm gonna put myself back on mute. Um, Let me see if we got any other questions in here. No, we got no questions. So I'm gonna just put myself back on mute, and then we'll be back. Excuse me, I'll be back shortly with the brother Goods the Animal. All right. Appreciate y'all being patient with me. I just sent the brother the link. So if you have man, listen, the 40 subscribers, if I wasn't doing a 50% off sale, you 40 people that have been waiting for this interview, I would have just did a 50% off sale just because y'all was coming in. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Make sure y'all share. Oh, I'm talking about y'all got to share this. I haven't even shared it yet. So let me go ahead and share this as we wait for the brother to come up in the building. I'm just gonna go to my YouTube. So if y'all could please share this on all your platforms. I keep messing it up. Hold on. Let me go on my YouTube first. Shout out, hey Harry, gonna this what Harriet said. Harriet said 100% off. Jesus Christ, boy, you give them a rope, they want to be a cowboy. Harriet definitely would appreciate interviews like this. You know, she come from the battle rap, or you might say she bleeds battle rap. Live now interview with Goodz animal. All right, hold on. Hold on, I'm just sharing this, y'all. Just bear with me. Uh, we're gonna put this in for battle rap culture, bullpen, battle rap politics. So we just shared it. Doesn't matter if it's father. Yeah, I heard wise. You can get yourself kicked with saying that because that's a lie. Actually, that's not true. All right. No, to Marshawn, to answer your question, that's actually not true. So to my mods, you know, when we doing an interview, just so everybody knows, when we doing an interview, y'all know normally if I'm doing a show, I don't mind back and forth, talking about me or anything like that. But when we doing an interview, we would tolerate, and this is for my moderators because I'll be doing the interview. We don't tolerate any slander of the guests when we're doing an interview. So the brother's gonna come in here. We're gonna rock and roll. I enjoyed the last interview I had with Danny Myers. So I'm really looking forward to this interview to take place. So once he comes up in the joint, we'll be ready to rock and roll. As I stated though earlier, I do have this is the last day, so let me put my business up here. This is the last day for my 50% off sale on my website. So let me go ahead and pin that 50%, not pin it, 50% off all products. All right. So today is the last day that you can actually get 50% off of my products. So after today, there'll be probably won't be no more 50%. I would say to the end of the year, but I'll probably do another one end of the month, December, like to the end of the year. If anybody has followed my business, I usually do a 50% off probably to the end of the year. That's why I did a flash sale. The reason why I did a flash sale that's going to stop because normally about the third week of November, I do a 50% off sale that goes all the way to the end of the year. Now, if y'all notice, I've done something different with my 50% off sale. So I do two types of sales. I do a 25% off sale. So if you actually, let me show you what I mean. So if you go on my site, I'm going to share my screen real fast. So if I stop, if I present my screen, I'm going to share my screen, show y'all exactly what I mean. So if you go on my site, which is such a lovely site, right? So this is my site right here. And if you go on my site, when you come, let me make sure y'all can see it. Let me see. Yeah, there you go. Y'all can see it. So when you go on my site here, you'll see when you look here, it initially say fourth dimension blends, $15, 20 is normally $20, 25% off. You won't see the 50% off. The reason why you won't see the 50% off is because the 25% off is if you buy any item. So if you buy if you buy one item, you're going to get the 25% off. If you want to take advantage of the 50% off, what you actually have to do, you have to buy 6 or more items. So if you buy 6 or more items, then you'll get the 50% off automatically. You don't have to do anything. or anything like that. Just so we can go over the reviews. Right now, I have 470 reviews. If anybody knows, if I was to show y'all, I don't know how to get to my old site, but as you can see, hold on one second. But as you can see, you check out the reviews, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star. I like scrolling down my reviews. Look at the sister with her hair. This is my second order. I ordered two in case there was a low supply. So far, so good. I use it on my scalp and my ends of my hair. We'll order again. Look at that beautiful hair she got right there. Let me see. Can I blow that up? Look at that hair she got from using that hair crack. Mm. Y'all better take advantage. It's called hair crack for a reason. So if you want your hair right, you want to smell right, I definitely take credit for increasing the baby rate throughout the nation of Israel amongst my Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I've had so many brothers and sisters come to me and say, I picked up a new wife with the smell. I kept my husband at home with the smell. Kept my rib at home. It excited her. I get so many compliments. If I do, it'll be a strong male scent for you. Wait, hold on. Wait. Is Michael Love is saying he gonna get an oil for Mika, but it's got to be a strong male scent for a man because Mike, are you talking about Mika? Because that's funny. That's funny if you is. In the battle rap world itself, there is a battle to there is a battles tomorrow. Let me see if I can find this. Geechee got it hit man. How there is a battle lineup tomorrow. I want to see the whole card. I'm gonna see where we can get the card. So Geechee Gotti is battling Hitman Holla tomorrow. Shout out to Duran Shalamak. Um, him and Mika on some shit that's funny. Um, No, the woman smell would definitely keep you home for an extra 10 to 15. That's crazy. He said the woman smell would keep you home for an extra 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna now bring my brother on 1 second. Oh, well, he'll let me know when he's ready when he come off the camera. He is in the background, just so y'all know. All right, I'm gonna bring him on stage here. Let me see if I can make that look a little better. All right, there we go. What's going on,
Was
Goodz?
good.
How you doing
Was good. Was good, man. A lot of running around.
I know
Regular
how it
stuff.
is, man. Yeah, busy man,
Regular.
busy. Listen, that's kind of what separates you. And I was actually looking forward to the interview because you do something that a lot of other people don't do, where they bring, they made sure that they wasn't just in one lane. You have multiple lanes, that you do, where you ain't just sitting in one spot. It kind of what
Right.
separates you from a lot of other entertainers in general. I don't want to put you in a battle rap box because you probably don't put yourself in that box either. We definitely appreciate you. My audience definitely appreciate you coming in. Welcome to Captain Tazariak's TV. This is where I have a channel that's dedicated to everything for our people, whether it be religious related, business related, any type of related environment. I like to bring brothers on. And so I actually met the brother Goodz, and in meeting him, I asked him if he would come on my platform, which he happily accepted. So what we like to do, Goodz, everybody knows you from the battling and stuff, but what we like to do is kind of see, like, we know you grew up in the Bronx, but what was that like for you growing up in the Bronx? Like, when, what can you give us a little detail of your background, your childhood coming up like that?
Um, my childhood was good, to be real. You know what I'm saying? My childhood was good. I was kind of spoiled when I was young. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Me and my younger brother. Um, I think it's the same as anybody else coming up. It's coming up, especially where we from. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I didn't. My father wasn't around. My mom's took care. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother, and she did a damn good job. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So my childhood coming up, it was good. It ain't start getting, it start getting a little tough or rough when I got around teenage years. Shit a
Mm-hmm.
little different. You know what I'm saying? I want certain things, and I had to find a way to go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
You talk about like things like materialistic, I'm assuming.
materialistic things. When you get when you become a teenager, you wanna be in style with everything. You wanna have
Mhm.
these sneakers, these Jordans, and
Right.
and just stuff like that. So my mom's did all she could do until I got to be a teen. When you're a teenager, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta start figuring it out for yourself.
Yeah, I noticed you said, and you said something, and everybody always says the same thing, like especially where we come from, like pops wasn't there. How was that? Because like my pops wasn't there either, and so mom, she can only do so much. Like you said, when you start getting into them teenage years, it's like, okay, I'm hearing mama, but mama don't have that strong enough defense to stop me from going outside. So how was that like being without a pop, and did that drive you? Or did that change your thought process? Do you think it would have been different if he was there? Or would you think you'd have had the same path, so to speak?
Um, I mean, I can't say. I mean, I think it would have been different. Of course, I think I always say maybe I wouldn't made some of the mistakes, or maybe not became a man as soon as as soon as I did. If you know,
Mhm.
if I had a father, I don't know how. It's hard for me to say because when you don't have a father in your household, it's hard to say how you would have grown up with a father. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, I
So
do.
now for me watching, I see, a father in a household does create like for a kid like that authority and
Hmm.
things like that and that structure. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get a certain age and you grow up now and now you're bigger than your mother. You feel like
Right,
you're a man.
right,
She
right,
kind of
right.
can't control you no more.
Hmm.
You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Because you young and the way your mind is going, you don't want to be controlled. At that
Right.
point, that's what it really is. Where I feel like if you had a father in the household, he would be able to control you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, he'd
or
be able to protect
or yeah, or you wouldn't even step out of line because you got
you. Right.
somebody
Because
there. So you
pops
probably
was
wouldn't go through those things because you would be scared to or something like that. I'm just going off of what I think.
there. Hmm.
It's hard to say when you never had a father in the household. What that did for me though, it was really when my daughter came.
I was about to
Is
ask you
it,
that.
yeah, right. Is when I start saying, you know what, I didn't have a father, so I'm gonna make sure the stuff that I wasn't taught, I'm gonna teach her. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
gonna make sure I'm there for her 110% and never go nowhere and do stuff like that. So
I think that's a beautiful thing to always hear. And I always notice men always have that same mind state for the most part. For the most part, if a brother grew up without the father, like you said, the mother, I mean, you once you get bigger than her, I mean, she really ain't telling you nothing. When you hear the earth outside and
right,
telling you can get this, you can buy this, you can hang out here, and then your mother's voice ain't as authoritative when I'm 13, 14, tall and looking down on
right,
my
right,
mother. But what's heavy is that you said when you had your daughter, because it was the same thing with me. Like when I had my daughter, it almost wakes you up. It's damn near like, okay, I was angry that my pops wasn't dead, and maybe my life would have been different. So now this child will experience me as a father. So I'm actually glad that you said that, what I mean, that, having that child instills that fatherhood in you. And it lets us know that, especially for black men, that this is built in us. It's not something that just because you grew up without, whether you grew up without a mother or a father, doesn't mean that you don't have parenting skills. It just means that you didn't grow up with a parent, but you do
right,
have it innate in you. And then that light switch just switch so you can
right.
switch up, man. So it's always good to hear that. In your teenage years, so now, um, did you like get into the hustle thing? Did you get into the gang thing? Like, how was that part?
Um,
And
now
again, the reason
I
this
got
this
more into the hustle thing.
okay,
Yeah, that's kind of where I went into. I got more into the hustle thing. The gang thing I never was. I always had a problem with being under somebody.
right,
So like the gang thing never attracted me at all. Cause if I had to be under somebody doing something, I wasn't gonna do it. And I
right.
always been like that since I was young. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, I think he went out. We'll wait for the brother to come back. I think the brother just went out. Hold on, let me text him, make sure he just
Good.
went out.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah. You back now. You was like you ain't never want to be under
I
somebody.
can't
That's
hear you now.
you might want to check the volume.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep,
I
I can
can't
hear you.
hear you. Is it somebody called me, so it kind of messed up everything.
Oh, okay. You might have to back out and come back in. Yeah, he have to back out, come back in. He'll be back in a second. And this is the part that before we like it's gonna be easy to talk battle rap. That's gonna be very easy to do. What I like to do when we get these guests into the building is to get the side of them that we all be wanting to know, like, okay, Goods get well, what make his brain tick. how does he stand in the ring and how does he get to the business mind state. So where we at right now is, he was a hustler. I mean, he chose the hustle route as opposed to the gang route because he didn't want to report to no man. And that's when you think about it, that's a hustler's mentality. A hustler's mentality naturally is like, okay, if I'm hustling, if I'm here we go, he's back in the building. Let me bring him back up on the
Yeah, we
stage. There
good. We good.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get phone calls, though. I'm used to that, so it's all good. But
It's
you was
just terrible, man.
yeah, man, yeah, I get it, man. You was break it down. You chose the hustle route because you didn't want to be under nobody, like from the gang position. That's where you left off at.
Yeah, so yeah, I wasn't into I always been a leader. Let me say
Mhm.
that, in my mind. I always thought like I'm not gonna be under nobody doing nothing. So even when I was hustling, it was like that. I never worked for nobody.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And I guess that was the leadership in me from being young. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I went, like I said, I went to the hustle route. The gang stuff and all that I wasn't into at all.
Right. That's what's up. So
And my
now,
block wasn't like a lot of that stuff got to do where you grew up too. My block wasn't like my block wasn't like a gang block. It wasn't like,
right.
like I grew up on a blood block, or I grew up on a crip block, or I grew up
Mhm.
on a gang block. So I guess that
Well,
played a
mine
big part
wasn't
in it
heavy.
too.
Yeah, mine wasn't heavy like that. Everybody think that when they think of gangs or hustling, they think it go together, but it really could be separate in most parts. And so the hustle part that leads to, I'm assuming when you 'cause I know you graduated high school and stuff like that. Did you get like into college or anything like that? Did you do any like have any that type of background before you got into like battle rap? Like what was your
Actually, no, I actually didn't graduate high school. I actually got my GED.
okay?
So I didn't do like nothing with no college or nothing like that.
Hmm.
At that time, like around when I was like, I want to say around 15,
Okay.
I was already rapping. You know what I'm saying? I was already
Hmm.
running around in the streets battling niggas. I was already doing all that. So I already
You was
kind of had a
gifted.
name
Was
already.
that something you was gifted at? Like you said at 15, but before 15, did you see it coming, or was 15 when you started? Like what
Nah,
got you?
nah. 15 ain't when I started. I probably wrote my first rap when I was 9.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay. So
saying?
it's something that you loved, and like
Or 8.
was it like a love thing, or was it like everybody else was doing it? Like what was it? Like what was hip hop or what was battle rap for you? Like was that always the goal to be the battle rap, or was it like you wanted to be a rapper? Like how?
Nah, it never started. Yeah, back then it never started off wanting to be a battle rapper. I didn't even know what that was. It was just wanting to
Right.
be a rapper. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And I'm trying to think of what made me write my first rap. But I remember me and my friend, whoever that was at the time, we was like trying to do a group thing. We was like 9 years old, 8, 9 years old. We was trying to do a group thing, and we
Okay.
both wrote 2 raps.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? And then we were saying it back and forth. We was trying to be like a group. So I'm not sure like why or when. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think if House Party was out, and that's
okay.
what made me want to.
Play with the vibe because that vibe back there with that house party
Right,
movie.
right.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I'm trying to think if that was it or what. I'm not too sure, but I can't think of what made me write my first rap. But for whatever reason, I wrote it, and then I kept going from there.
Okay. Was you influenced by any like MCs at the time or rappers that came out at the time? Did you try to mimic that style, or was you always just trying to have your own lane even at
N-
that age?
Now the crazy thing is, it was like, so I lived in like this big building. It was like the biggest, this one big building on the block. You know what I'm saying? It
Okay.
was like it was like a project building, but it wasn't a project. It was just the one that like a crazy big building on the block. And I used to walk by the staircase all the time and hear the older niggas in there
Hmm.
rapping. You know what I'm saying? And my man D Boog, who is my man to this day, he used to be able to make the beat on the door and
Hmm.
rap at the same time.
Right.
So I used to hear them in there just going crazy, and and I think that's what did it for me. I think that those was the people that influenced me. You know what I'm saying? I think it was the people I knew, I grew up around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My man, shout out my man Fat Sam. He's the first one to take me to the studio. So I used to always hear them in the staircase rapping, and I think that's what did it for me. Because I always said I want to get in that staircase and rap one day. Because that shit was like a concert in there. It was like a
Okay.
show.
Right,
So,
right, right, right.
so I used to write down. I want to get in that staircase and rap, man. I want them to go crazy like I hear them go.
That's
So
like
I
your
think
first.
that was the push for me.
Is that like your first stage? Like that's my first stage. If I could get in that staircase and rap, is that how you was
Yeah,
looking at it?
yeah,
Yeah.
for
They.
sure,
Mhm.
for sure. So
Yep.
that was it for me right there. Yup.
And then was the name always Goodz, or like when you first started, was that like your first name, or like?
Nah, hell, I had so many
Well, I
whack
was about to
names,
say.
man.
So
I
you gonna
can't
get
even think. Yo, one of my rap names was Reality. I remember that. It's
reality?
terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, and I wasn't even like what you call them rappers, like a
Like a backpack rap or
yeah, yeah, or
a
like a yeah, or like a conscious rapper. I
right,
wasn't even
because
like
that's what
so.
that name sound like. That name
That
sound like
sound it sound like that. That was me trying to give myself a name, and I was young. Like I said, this is around 8. Now you
okay,
trying to think of names and what's your name gonna be and that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. And so what made you get the name, like stick with the name Goods? Like what made that be the name as like your moniker? Because that's what you're known as now, Goods.
right. So what happened was um when I was younger, like running around, you know what I'm saying, on the block and all that. I think that song, My Goodies, Not My Goodies, that song, if I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken, I think that song came out. That was a long time ago. And I
Yeah.
think it was these like some little girls on the block calling me Goody or something. I don't
Hmm.
know why. It's calling me Goody or something, something like that. And my man that he used to give everybody their names on their block, right? On the block. So what I'm a rewind. What happened was somebody told one of the older dudes in the staircase I rap.
Hmm.
So my man Straw, I'll never forget this. He came and knocked on the door. He used to be signed with D Block, Team Arliss, I think that's the name, if I'm not mistaken. He came and
Okay.
knocked on the door, and they had their own thing going. They had their
Hmm.
own group. They was doing them. They was doing them. He knocked on the door and he was like, "Yo, you rap?" I like somebody told me you rap and shit like that. So I'm like, "Yeah." So he like, let me hear something." So at this point, I'm kind of I'm like, you know, I'm good at this point. So
Right.
I spit him some shit. Boom. He was like, "Yo, that's fire. I didn't know you was nice." He said, "Yo, the next time we on the staircase, I'm gonna bring you in there. I want everybody to hear you."
Hmm.
So sure enough, have it. He came, knocked on the door. Maybe like 2 days later, they all in there at my door, and they always used to be on my floor in the staircase. I used to live on the 5th floor, so they always used to be on the 5th floor on the staircase right there. Now he come knock on the door, he bring me in there. All of them is in there. They just get quiet. It's like quiet. You could hear a penny
Pink.
drop on the floor. It's
Right.
quiet. So
Hmm.
I spit this joint. I remember I had a line in it where I said something like, "When it's a full moon, you'll hear the guns howl." And they went crazy for that line. Now, mind you, like I said, I'm young. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
Right.
I know I
Right.
had that line. That's one of the lines they went crazy for.
Hmm.
And then after that, that's when they wanted to rock with me. You know what I'm saying? So they like, yo, he was telling me like, yo, we gonna put you down with us, da 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 da, all that. So I didn't have a name at the time. So he said, nah. He said, Reach gonna give you a name. Don't worry about it. Reach is good with coming up with names and all that.
Right.
So fast forward. Now we on the block. So I'm probably outside. Reach is around. My man Reach. He hears somebody call me. The girls call me Goody or something like that.
Right.
And then he came up with the name Goods. Right there, like
Okay.
right there. They had
Right.
called me like, yo, you gonna go with Goods. That's gonna be, and
Mm.
I'm like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
So from the girls right there, that's how that name came about. And then rest in peace, my man Bill Blanco. Now around time, fast forward to when I'm 15,
Mm.
16, I'm battling a dude down the block from me. You know what I'm saying? Getting busy battling. Now at this point, you know what I'm saying? I'm running around.
Monster.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm battling this dude down the block, killing him. My man Bill Blanco pull up, and this is my first time meeting him. And he's an older dude, he getting some money. He like, yo, how old are you? Like after it was over, I'm like 15 or ever, or I was somewhere around there though. He
Mm.
like, yo, you nice, you nice. He said, yo, I'm gonna fuck with you. I'm gonna let's do something. Da, da, da. So from there, he started taking me to the studio and doing
Mm,
stuff with me and doing all those type of things like that and boom boom word and that's how and then he put the street in front of my name, so I was going at Street Goods
okay, okay,
at that
okay.
time.
So you
You know what I'm
start off
saying?
with goods, now you street goods.
Right. So at
Okay.
that time I'm Street Goods. So so that's how that happened. You know what I'm saying? And then I was running around doing that with Bill. Rest in peace, my man Bill Blanco. He passed away, but yeah,
hmm And then after, so because like you also known as goods the animal, so you got the goods, you got street
yeah.
goods, goods the
So
animal.
right.
Okay.
So shout my man Don Flavor too, because him and Bill they was kind of managing me at the time, putting me in the studio. It was my man Bill Blanco and Don Flavor. Um, but so the goods the animal thing came about because I did a mixtape. I think it was called Goods the Animal, if I'm not mistaken. Or it was called nope. It was called Bronx Zoo.
Okay.
I
Okay.
did a mixtape a while ago called Bronx Zoo.
That
And
makes
that's where
sense.
the whole Goods the Animal kind of
Mm-hmm.
came from. You know, it was an alter ego off the mixtape, the Bronx Zoo joint.
hmm So when you was in the studio, that's when you looking more so as a rapper as opposed to battle rap, right? Or was
Right.
you? But you kind of is battling because you like you said you battling niggas, you beating niggas, but then you in the studio.
Nah, I was always doing both.
Right. That's what I was. Yeah. That's what I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
getting.
I was. Yeah,
Yeah.
so when they took, because I've been going to the studio since I was so young, I figured out in my head when I go to the studio,
hmm
I'll work on songs in the studio. When I'm
Right.
out the studio and I'm not there, I'll write 32 bar verses just for ciphers in case somebody, because back you got to think back then that's how it was. You could just be in a cipher or your man will come from down the block like he'll have you in a battle, you won't even know about it.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I used to write those verses just
hmm
for like stuff like that. So I had mad 32 bar verses, you know what I'm saying, for battling and for ciphers and stuff like that. And then when I go in the studio, I'll totally separate that. That'll just be me writing in the studio for whatever song I'm working on or something like that. So
Which one you felt more comfortable in? Was you comfortable in both, or did you feel better in one environment than the other? Like which one was you more
nah, I felt comfortable in both because
both?
I always did both for so long. So
Right.
I never was like a stranger to the, like I told you the first time I went to the studio, I was young. My man Fat Sam took me, so I had to be around 13,
Right. Right.
12.
So you in there the same time as you on the street. You like they like parallel, so to speak.
Right. Yeah, now I got in the street like 15, I wasn't like selling drugs or nothing. I don't think,
No,
nah,
when I
I
mean
wasn't.
parallel, I'm talking about the battle rapping as opposed to in the
Oh yeah,
studio.
yeah, 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 yep.
Yeah. I'm saying those two parallel.
Oh yeah, yeah, those two, yeah. So I was doing both of them around the same time. So I was
Mhm.
always, because my man Fat Sam was the first one to take me, and then I probably was around 12, like I said. Then when I was 15, my man Bill Blanco started taking me to the studio.
Mhm. Now, did you always have the same style? Like the because like what we eventually would see as goods. I copy the shit personally. Like I always tell battle rappers this. Y'all like I battle like from a religious spot, from like a
Right.
biblical right when I'm on the street battling. And like one of the things you do, I copy every battle. When you ignore the niggas and you say this shit in the beginning, this the type. So I copy that. So like, was that always like y'all style to do that? Because all y'all inspired me. So I'm wondering, was that always your style or was it different? Was it different when you was
Nah,
15? It
no,
developed.
yeah. I
Mhm.
think when I was younger, I was more raw. I was more. It took time for me to get to where I'm at now. This is me as a grown man, me more settled into. I've been rapping for 30 years or something like
Right.
that. So it just I'm more settled in knowing my craft, knowing so comfortable with it. Back then I was more raw. I had more to prove. I had, you know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I was just more raw.
More aggressive, right?
More, yeah, maybe a little more aggressive. And I always had the smooth to me,
Right.
you know
That's
what
you're
I'm
out.
saying? But
Yeah,
I was
okay.
more aggressive, more punchy, more, yeah. So I was definitely a little different than I am now.
And so now when you started getting into the battle, was it like what would be you would think your first official battle that took you kind of into the lane of being the battle rap side? And then what made you venture into that mainly as opposed to just the studio? And of course, I know you do music now still because I hear the music. But what made you go kind of into that lane more so as opposed to the studio side?
Um, it wasn't really like I picked one over the other or went more in one direction than the other. It just was coming up back then. This was like the golden years. This is when rap meant something. This is when you had to be nice.
Right,
You had like being nice was a trophy. If niggas was walking around saying you was nice, that was a trophy.
right,
So my man Bill used to come pick me up every weekend, and we used to go. He used to have a yo, they doing a cipher over here.
right.
Like, and I'm thinking about it now. His promotional skills was so crazy because he would just pick me up and take me to wherever they had a cipher. He'll take me to different blocks because he was a known dude. So he'll take me to different blocks where people
Mhm.
know him and just have me rap. So now that block will be talking about me. And I'm talking about from the Bronx to Harlem. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He just had me on every block they know him. He'll have me there, have me rap, and now that block is talking about me. So when I'm thinking about it now, it was the way he was promoting what it was crazy. So doing that though, we going around getting in everything. You gonna get in the battles. You gonna get in the ciphers. Ciphers turn to battles. A nigga might feel away because you're on his block spitting, and niggas like you. He want to try
Yeah,
to spit at you. So you
yeah.
got to be ready. You got to be nice. So that's how all that turned into to battles. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? When battles back then wasn't meant to turn into battles. They just turned into battles.
Right.
So
So did
I
it
had a
start
name.
cipher
That
and then I was gonna say, did it start out in a cipher and then you had to like get in the full out battle because like you
for
say,
sure.
you outshining him and you on his block and now it's like okay, now you got to go to war.
For sure, yeah, because then what's gonna happen is somebody's gonna start rapping towards somebody else. So if I'm doing that in the cipher and I'm going off and he fell away, his next rap he's gonna direct it towards me.
Right,
That's
right.
just how he's gonna look at me, he's gonna step up, he's gonna be face to face with me, he's gonna direct it towards me.
Hmm. Right.
So that's how it that's how I go. You know what
You
I'm
got
saying?
in
And that's how I got into so to the point where my mom, I was already prone to that. I was already ready for that.
hmm
I had 30 raps remembered. I was like, wasn't paying no bills. I had nothing to do but remember these raps. It was, you know what I'm saying? So Bill used to come get me and take me everywhere to every block, every cookout, every whatever it was. I was there, you know what I'm
he was
saying?
out
And
there
yeah.
battling, right, and putting your name in. You
Yeah,
got any
so
of any infamous battles that we might not know about? Like as you saying all these battles, you go into Harlem, you go into Bronx, you go into all these different
me and
boroughs.
Rex,
Okay,
me and
okay.
Rex battled off camera.
Mm.
And my man Bill took me to his block because he knew Rex.
Right, right.
So he took me to his block, and me and Rex battled
Mm,
just four deep. It was me, Bill, Rex, and whoever his man was. His man
mm.
was a rapper too. And me and Rex did a back and forth battle, like just us four. We probably went like 5 rounds, just us four back and forth, back and forth. But just me and Rex kind of was going back and forth. And then after that, we got cool. Like, it was nigga nice, nigga nice. And it was a respect thing. So it's like you had to battle for respect. You
Yeah, you
can't let
can't
nobody, you know what I'm
just
saying? Yeah.
right, you can't just I actually saw Rex for the first time. I was in Atlanta. I was telling you about that the John event in Atlanta. I actually saw Rex in person for the first time. I think the brother is nice. Like I didn't even rock because I wasn't the biggest Tay Rock fan till I actually saw him in person. And
Mm.
like seeing it
I'm
in
a big
person,
Tay Rock fan too. When you see it
yeah,
in person, it's different.
it's different. Like because I'm like on the stage and I'm hearing him spit the bars and it's like hitting in my brain and I'm like, God damn, like he was on fire. And it was the same thing with Rex. And Rex really got magic when he slammed that hat to the ground.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like everybody go crazy when he put the hat on the
You
ground, man.
got it
So
because after a while, man, they see you so much, you got
mhm,
your go-to moves that they're waiting for.
right, exactly. They waiting to see, like they waiting for you with the cup. And when the
Right,
cat did his first round, they waiting for you to say a whole bunch of shit you was doing while
right,
he was rapping. Like they waiting
right.
for the bars, they waiting for the slick talk, they waiting, for all of that to come. So now from the battle rap scene, where would you say that you like made it, like where you putting your name in that environment, or did you already come in with that environment because of what you was already doing, on the streets?
Nah, because a lot of people still a lot of people knew me, and a lot of people still didn't know me because I wasn't going to Harlem like that after a while, and that's when Rex started being on fire, and Lux was down there, and Mook came
Right.
out, and I wasn't going down there like that when they was running around, right? So they didn't really know. Rex knew who I was, but they didn't really know who I was. I think my first battle on camera did it, and
Mhm.
that was probably that. My first battle on camera was me and Head Ice.
Okay.
So I think when I went down there and battled Ice, that's when it was like now everybody knew me from that. So everybody from
Okay.
Ice Block was fucking with me. So now the second battle I did was K Shine.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to battle K Shine, now K Shine is under Rex.
Right.
So now Rex is there. This is my I haven't seen Rex in I don't know how long. So now I'm seeing Rex there. And Rex like, yo, yeah, yo. He like, yo, Goodz, what you doing here? Like that. I'm like, nah, I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying, bro. He like, yeah, my little man here, he nice. He about to battle somebody. Not knowing K Shine was about to battle me.
Right. Right.
I
Not
didn't
no.
even really know that. And
Right.
then until he said the name, and I'm like, oh shit, they want me to battle him today, I think. He was like, word. You know what I'm saying? And then he went and told K Shine, like, yo, you battling Goods, that nigga nice, B. So you gonna have to he like nice, nice. He like
Yeah.
a bit. So he was telling him that and that, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was it because everybody kind of was there to see me when I went down to the joint in Harlem. And then from there it just went and went and went and shit
It just
like that.
went. And what would you say would be like your highest peak, so to speak, or do you feel like you've reached the highest peak? Like, what would you think would be like your highest or your big moment, so to speak, as far as
It's
battle rap?
hard because that's hard. That's real hard to say. I don't think I put that much thought into it because I think every battle I did was a high peak for me because I only took the battles that mattered.
Yeah.
So with
One
me
thing I
only taking the battles that matter, like I didn't take these people in between and then got this big battle and then took these people in
right.
between and it got a big. Every battle I took meant something at the time. It was a big battle, my whole career.
That
So
I
what you
was gonna
saying?
add. I was gonna add with that. Did you being a hustler play a part in that? The reason why I say that is because you're absolutely correct. I don't know of no regular battle you've ever had. I don't
Right.
know of that. So would you say is that your hustle mentality that played a part in that to where you didn't want to be like in the middle, you wanted to be right at the top? Is
Yeah,
that like
structure. I wanted to structure my career for them to look at me as a big name when I come out. And the way you do that is I took less battles, you know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? But I made sure every time I came out, it count. So now they was waiting for me, waiting to
Right.
see me. And that's how I wanted to have them waiting to see me. So when I come out as a big thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's important to your legacy, me personally, because like that's one of the things that stand out. Like even if you was to come out now, it would stop traffic because like whoever you're gonna battle, they've probably battled mid or upper tier, but you haven't. So it's like, okay, are we gonna get the best of goods? That's the only goods we've ever seen. We've never
Right,
seen like a low goods. We never seen that because you never battled nobody that wasn't on a level that would have to push you. And
right.
that's why I was asking if that was a part of your hustle mentality. Now, in the middle of the battling, you started developing your clothing sneaker business like that. Now, was that just progressing, or was that always a vision to use the battle rap career to be able to go into other ventures?
Nah. That
Okay.
it wasn't. It wasn't at all. I think coming into battle rap early, I
Mm-hmm.
still my mind I still was in the streets. I still was like hustling. My mind was still on that because I was still young. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It took me a while to really say, yo, listen, and it was my daughter. That's what it really was. My daughter getting older. That
Okay.
really made me say, yo, listen, I can't keep doing this. You know,
Okay.
this ain't gonna work. I mean, me doing this, making money, I'm super up for these 6 months, and then I take a loss on something and I'm down for the next two. That's how the streets is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it took that. It really took I started a in 2018, I believe, I started a vending machine company. In my
Okay.
mind, I already started clicking, and I said, "Yo, listen, I want to start my own business. I
Right.
want to, I want to transcend over. I want to start my own business." So the first thing I did was a vending machine company. I knew a girl that was doing it, and she had a few vending machines. I picked her brain about it, talked to Boom Boom. She gave me the game on it, and I bought my first one. And I'm like, "Yeah, I got the vending machine. I need somewhere to put it." Boom, and I'm looking around to try to find where to put it. And I finally lucked up. I knew the principal in my daughter's school, and I got it in my daughter's school.
Oh, no, that's good. So
So
that would be like your first like business that you starting to like legitimize yourself. You're saying that
right,
was, and you got it in your daughter's school. Now, is your daughter old enough to understand that you got the business in there, or is she
yeah,
still? So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
how does she feel like that with her knowing that her dad got this business in her school? Like, did that give her something like a pride or
I'm gonna be yo, with teenagers and kids, man. You
right?
don't know. Like I'll be real with you. I don't really know. I would
That's
ask
what
her
I
that
be feeling
now.
about. Yeah, I be feeling the same. I got my oldest daughter. I be saying the same thing. Like, do she
With them,
appreciate whatever? Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't
I mean,
know. You don't
right.
know. You know what I'm saying? But I do remember getting it there. I'm gonna tell her I'm gonna get it out of school. I got the vending machine in her school, and then from there, I wanted to invest in more, and I was up to like probably like 12. I think I had like 12 locations, 15, like 15 locations.
Mm-hmm.
I had like 3 schools. I just kept going with it. So, and this is right before COVID. So I
Okay.
had that going. Then right when COVID, then I partnered up with my little man. He was serious about it. He wanted to get involved. Um, and I said, "Yo, look, do this. You gonna get your. I'm gonna get you your own locations. And when I get you as many as I got, we gonna team up." So
Right.
me and him wound up having 15 between the both of us.
Okay. So y'all had 30 together,
No, no, no,
15.
not 30. We had about seven each,
Okay.
eight
I
each.
got
I might have had eight. He might have had seven, something like
okay.
that. We put them together and then we start getting the money together.
Mm-hmm.
So and that happened right before COVID. So now my mind is already on business at this time. I'm seeing, you know what I'm saying, there's other ways to do shit, boom, boom. And then COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
As COVID now, you know, the the vending machine game, it's a little tedious. You gotta go there, you gotta check a lot of stuff. At times I have a machine break now, I gotta go there, I gotta make sure it's good. COVID hit now. So now I'm not doing all that. So I wound up selling my
The vendor.
whole joint
Mm-hmm.
to him. I sold him all my, you know what I'm saying? And now he just got it.
Okay.
So when COVID is there, I'm thinking of other stuff I want to do. So I start getting into cologne. As COVID, I start getting into cologne a lot. Shout out to my man Bones Bagante.
Mm-hmm.
I start getting into cologne because of him. To the
Okay.
point where I start buying mad colognes now. It's COVID, ain't nothing to do. I'm buying, smelling cologne. I'm like, I like this. I'm buying it. Boom, boom, boom. I remember the
Right.
first one I smelled, I went from having one to that week. By the time that week was over, I had about five. And I'm like, damn, I'm spending all this money on cologne. To the
Right.
point where I got to the point where I said, damn, I want to do my own cologne. Like, I want to
Right.
do my own cologne, right?
Mhm.
Even if it's just for me, I want to do it. But I just want to do my own cologne. So, but in my head, I'm like, I want to do it and sell this shit though. I don't
Right.
really want to just do it for me, but let me go see. I found the spot. Remember, it's all COVID. I'm looking up spots. I finally found the spot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's one of them right there. Aura
Yep.
and
Yep.
her Aura. That's actually my newest joint. I
Yeah.
found the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, did my first cologne. The first one was called Slick Talk Leather.
Right.
Did that joint. I'm like, damn, this came out fire. I wore it for a month straight. I never forget this. I wore it for a month straight. I kept getting so much compliments on it.
Right.
Because they don't know it's mine. They just think it's a cologne.
Mm-hmm.
I go to Chicago, I wear it. This is the finest time I wore it. I went to this Black Ink Chicago event, and this girl I know hugged me, and she like, damn, you smell good. And I'm like, from that, I read, you know what I'm saying? I just know like mad people is
That's when
I
you
could
know.
sell this. Yeah,
Right.
like people are bought
Right.
this. So I
Mhm.
went back to the spot. Yo, listen, I want to see what I got to do. I want to get how does this work if I want to make my own for to sell. Boom, boom. They gave me the whole detail. Boom, you got to pay this for this to get this, gallon, and then so you get the bottles. Boom, I want to got all everything done, pressed up pressed up a whole bunch of them, and I start promoting it. And I said I'm
Right.
gonna drop it on Black Friday.
Mm.
Now I probably promoted it for like 2 months, or maybe like 2 months. And I said I'm gonna drop it on Black Friday. And I'm coming out with a cologne, I'm gonna drop it on Black Friday. Thanksgiving come, Black Friday is at night. I
Yep.
tell them booms, I'm still promoting. I drop it. I drop it on Black Friday. So the way I didn't have a site. So the way I did it was, I said, if you want the cologne, uh, here go the Cash App. I put up a Cash App, a Zelle, and I think something else. And I said, just send the money. DM me with your name, your address, and a screenshot of your payment.
Right.
And that's all you gotta do. So you
Boy, I know
send
that
them.
went crazy, man.
So when I woke up to $5,000.
Yeah, yeah.
So that felt, but now mind you, I didn't think I was gonna do that crazy.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think it was gonna go that crazy. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's hard doing your own shit. Like you thinking like I didn't think it was gonna go that crazy. So I woke up to 5,000 in one day. I'm like, wow.
Mm,
That's by the time the end of the week was over, I made 12 grand.
mm.
That was it. From there, it was on. So after I'm doing a cologne, I'm doing real good with the cologne. I said, damn, if I'm doing this good with the cologne, something I always wanted to do was a sneaker.
Right.
So what wound up happening is my man Trey, one of my business partners, Trey, shout out to Trey, young black kid, he hit me up and he said, yo, Goodz, I fuck with you. I got a sneaker I want you to wear. It's my own sneaker. You know, can I send you a pair? I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, send me a pair and I'll promote it for you. I got you. He sent me a pair of sneakers. You know what I'm saying? I promoted them for him, dope sneaker. And then I hit him and like, yo, bro, I want to do my own sneaker. I always wanted to do that. I see you got yours, and I was about to go start looking in that route anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give me some game on it, like coach me through the whole thing, and he did that. And
That's good money.
I created my own sneaker, and that's my partner to this day. You know what I'm saying? That's my man to this day. And yeah, and that's how that started. You know what I'm saying? So then after that, it just trickled down. That once your mind get on that, you know, you running your own business, you got your
Yep.
own things, you
Yep.
all constantly thinking of the next thing. Like my mind never stopped running. From the time when I get up, it'll start
Mm-hmm.
slowing down around now. When I get
Right.
up in that morning, my mind is running on what's the next thing I could do? Where could I
Yep.
put some money to make some more money? My mind is doing that all day. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So now you know I got a store. You know what I'm saying? I got a rental company. I'm about to do black truck service.
Where's your store?
Uh 728 Lafayette
17.
Lafayette Avenue, Hawthorne, New Jersey.
I'll give it. I'm because I want to put it in the chat. Because what I did was before the show started, for about 10 and 15 minutes, I had your website up. You know, and I talked about your website so everybody can go to the website. So you said that's 728
Yeah, 728 Lafayette Avenue.
Lafayette. Okay, Lafayette. And you
Haw-
say in Hawthorne, New Jersey.
Hawthorne, New Jersey.
Gotcha. I'm
It's appointment based. So you know what I'm
mm,
saying? Like when people want to come, they will have to DM me. I don't gotta like open all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's appointment based, kind of like special invite. You come when you want to get some, you hit me up, and I actually go meet the people myself. You know, so
mm-hmm.
that's how I like to build so people can know is you know what I'm saying, it's me and they can get to talk to me, stuff like that. But yeah, so that's what I wound up doing.
I think that's excellent because I don't see a lot of brothers and you wore it for 2 months. That like I think I had told you that I pretty much got the same almost a similar story. I wore my oil. I was doing oils first before I did
Hmm.
sprays, and then I was wearing mine the same way. And as people start saying, "What's that you got on? What's that you got on?"
Bro,
Now,
appreciate you. They come in a 5. I think the smallest I got is a 5. So 5, but there's no half sizes, so you have to do a
it's like
5 anyway. But I appreciate you.
yeah, put some extra socks in there when you're wearing. You'll be all
Yeah.
right. So, but
They fit like a sock anyway. So I think anybody that wear 4.5 will have to do a 5 anyway.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good. And I think that's a beautiful thing to see where you didn't stay in one lane because your story inspires others. You know,
Right.
because they'll think you just be in one lane and you already known as goods, the hustle, the money. So when they see you doing that, it's like, okay, if goods could do it, you know, then I could do it because you don't just do the sneakers, you do whole sweatpants, you got the leather jackets. Like I showcased your
Yeah.
whole website. So you got a whole you can get a whole clothing set with the
Right.
cologne, like
Right.
on
Right.
your
Right.
website. You
Right.
know, do you go down to the socks too? Do you do socks too?
Yeah, I had socks. We sold out right now, but I definitely had socks. I had socks.
Mhm,
So what I'm trying to do now is to be real with you, clothing is something I didn't really want to do.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's
Hmm.
official. I got a pair for my brother
Yeah,
as a gift. That's dope. That's
yeah,
dope.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I didn't really want to do clothing. A lot of people don't know this. Clothing was I would just do little pieces to go with the sneakers, but I didn't really want to step into clothing because there's a lot
Okay.
of competition there. A lot of people do clothing,
Right, right.
right? So I want to do more pieces that a lot of people ain't doing. So that's why I step into the leathers. So I
Right.
do real leathers like the old Pelés, and I do those. A lot of people ain't doing those. So I'm kind of just doing sneakers right now and the leathers. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
those
saying?
were like throwbacks when I saw them.
Hmm?
The leathers was like the old Averex leathers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Those,
I got the joints like the old A-Rex joints. I got the joints like the butter soft Pelés. I'm
yeah,
going through the same manufacturing companies, and I know now when Pele and A-Rex came out, they charging $1,000 and up for them leathers.
it
I
is
remember
bomb.
paying $300 for those leathers, 350 the
Hmm.
most. So I'm trying to keep it at those prices for the people, the same leather, same quality for those
Right.
prices for the people that don't want to pay 1,000 and 1,500 for those leathers. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Trying to see if I could get it back to because I had it. I thought I had it at the leather so that they could see them on the website. I think it might be on page 4.
No, they was
And it
right there. Was a red one there.
wait, this one?
Nah,
Or
nah,
no?
go up, right
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah. Here we go, right here. So when y'all looking right here, if I click this right here, this is the butter soft leather bomb jackets that he talking about. That
Yeah,
y'all
so
can.
those are the butter soft joints there. I got the hard leather joints now too. They brand new. They just came out with the
Okay.
collar. You know what I'm
I
saying? I
like
got
that
these in a
blue.
whole bunch of colors.
Yeah, I like this blue right here. That blue is fire. I like that. Oh god damn, I like that blue too.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. If y'all want to support him, I know I got his link, and all y'all got to do if y'all want to support him is you just click the link at the top of this chat. It's already pinned to the top. You can go ahead to the brother's website, and he got the flyest things that you're gonna find. Just make sure you support the brother and copy it. All right. So now, what? Now, are you done with battle rap? Like, is that something that you think you're gonna?
I wouldn't say I'm done. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I would never say I'm done. It just depends on the situation, really.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the right situation come, you know what I'm saying, and it's something present itself. There's somebody I want to battle, and it's a good
Hmm.
situation, then I'm gonna do it. So I would never say I'm done with it. You know, I love it. It's a fun sport. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People, it's a very hard sport though. People don't know how hard that is. People that don't do it, but it's a very hard sport. But it's a fun sport
I,
too.
I talk about it all the time. Like battle rappers, y'all like the smartest niggas on the planet, and people don't give y'all the respect because you got to remember 3 rounds. You got to listen to this man disrespect you for 3 rounds. You got to listen to the crowd reaction. The crowd might boo you. You got to memorize, even as you spitting your round, the crowd
Hmm.
applaud your round, and then you got to repeat it or got to remember. Like it's a lot in the memory and
Hmm.
adversity and everything that comes with that battle rap. And I believe your last battle was easy, right?
Nah, my last battle was Calico.
Was Calico. Okay, that's right. That's right. That's right. That was
Hmm.
with RBE. That's right. That
Yep.
I did see that one. And so that was what, like 2023, 2022, something like that.
2023.
2020. Okay, so it's only been like a year. So you ain't been gone that long. Is there anybody that you look at that's close to making you want to battle or
As of right now, it's not really nobody that
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying. I kind of battled. It's not too many battles left for me right now, unless something new presents itself. But as of right now, no. But and battle rap that could change in a week.
Right, right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? That could change in a week. So
Okay. Before I let you go, we got Hollow and Geechee coming up. Like, who do you got with that battle coming up? I believe that's tomorrow.
oh Hitman and Geechee.
I'm sorry, Hitman and Geechee. My
Yeah,
apologies.
Hitman.
Hitman and Geechee.
And
Yeah.
I gotta see it. That's a hard one to call, man. I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna be. That's tomorrow too.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna be locked into that battle. If y'all don't know, go block into that battle. Go follow Geechee Gotti or Hitman Holla. Go get the pay per view. That's gonna be a dope bass. If you never seen battle rap, that's gonna be something you want to see.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
definitely.
one of the ones that introduce you to battle rap. But
Mhm.
it's hard, man. I don't know who I got, man. After the battle, though, man, you'll talk about it. And I'll tell you who I
Yeah,
got. But
definitely.
I gotta see it. Those two I gotta see. I can't make a prediction off
Okay,
hand.
no sweat. I agree because I think Hitman has such a great showmanship when he battled, and then Geechee got a good strong presence. His rebuttal is pretty good. I've had the opportunity to see him in person as well, so I'm gonna a part of me edge Geechee, but then I'm not sure because you can't underestimate how Hitman either. So
Right.
but I think it's going to be a fire battle. I'm actually looking forward to it. So in closing, because I didn't want to keep you long, is there anything else that you wanted, to bring out to the audience? You got anything coming up that you're working on? You said you're always thinking about things to do. So is there anything else that you got coming up?
I'm actually yeah, I'm trying to put together a liquor. I'm trying to work on the liquor right now, man. So
Okay. Oh,
that might be the next
yeah.
thing I do.
So what
Figuring
type?
out
What type?
um
Like a scotch, a tequila, a cognac, like
it's so in the liquor game, man, a lot of people would know me or would want me to do a cognac because that's what they know me for. They don't
mm,
understand that I tried to get into that and it's hard to do a cognac. Cognac only comes from one place and you gotta have somebody from that place.
right.
You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So I think I'm gonna do my next thing now is what I'll drink if I'm not drinking cognac is reposado
Okay.
uh
Okay.
tequila. So I think I'm gonna do a reposado tequila because it's still dark. It's not like the light tequila, it's still a little dark.
Right. Right.
And
Right. Right.
that's what I do. So I'm looking at doing that because I could get that done before the cognac. So I think I'm gonna do the reposado.
Okay, well, we be looking for that, man. Goods, I appreciate you coming on to my platform, man. Everybody don't know how down to earth this brother is. I met him in the gym. We happened to go to the same gym.
Right, right.
And the brother was down to earth. And when I asked him to come on my platform, he gladly did. So, Goods, I appreciate you joining me today, man. It was a
No
blessing.
doubt. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man.
Hey, it's no sweat, brother. Take care. All right, so there you have it, man. I brought my brother Goods the Animal. I thought it was a hell of an interview. I appreciate the chat being respectful up in there. And look forward. Listen, I just started getting, y'all know me. Where's my joint? Y'all know me normally. Normally I'm a scotch drinker. That's normally, right? But after I came from California, Godal Hall got me into tequila, so I'll be looking forward to the tequila. Make sure if y'all haven't supported the brother on his website, it's called nothingbutgoods.com. As you can see, you can go over there for colognes, for jackets, for sneakers, for clothing. Just make sure y'all support the brother. I think we all need to support that. And so with that, I'm gonna close out. The brother I got coming up next, which I'm gonna work on, and I'm gonna get him, is John John. So y'all notice I've been trying to do Captain Jazaryak TV where I bring various people on for interviews. So I had Danny Myers, I think 2 weeks ago. We had Goodz today, and I'm looking to bring in John John and Don next. And then you never know who's gonna stop by and do the battle. I was gonna play some of the battles, but when I tried to do it with Danny Myers, I think I got to get a new role player because the mixer wasn't really working right. So with that, I appreciate y'all joining us today. Again, this was Captain Tazaryak interviewing Goodz the Animal. We got his career, his background, and I always like to get the background of everybody that I interview because we know them as the stars or the powers that they became, but it's always good to see how did they get there. And if they can overcome that adversity, then you can overcome that adversity. You cannot make your condition your life. You can't make it that you grew up without a father. Now you use it as an excuse to be a failure. You grew up without a mother. Now you use that as an excuse to be a failure. You have no reason to use anything as an excuse to be a failure. It is your duty to overcome your condition. And so with that, I say shalom, Israel.